And it's a saving. It's a good, good day to be at Kmart. Kmart, we've got it and we've got it good. At Kmart.
Before Amazon, before Walmart Supercenters ruled the land, there was one place that felt like the center of American life. A place where MOMs shopped for school clothes, dads picked up motor oil, and kids begged for toy cars and ices. It wasn't just a store, it was a Saturday ritual, a slice of community, and a mirror of middle-class dreams. This was Kmart. Today, only 2 of them remain. But once upon a time, over 2,000 stores carried that familiar red K across America's suburbs. So what happened? And why do we still feel nostalgic when we hear attention Kmart shoppers? Let's travel back to the golden years when shopping was an experience, not just a transaction. The story of Kmart begins not in a boardroom, but on a quiet farm outside Scranton, Pennsylvania. Sebastian Spearing Kresge, a man known for frugality and grit, opened his first 5 and dime store in 1899. He sold everything cheap: buttons, soap, ribbons, toys. His motto: give customers fair prices and honest value. By the 1950s, Kresge's stores had become a small empire, nearly 700 locations, second only to Woolworths. But Kresge saw the future. America was moving to the suburbs. Cars were everywhere, and people wanted convenience. So, in 1962, while others looked backward, he launched something bold, a new type of discount store. He called it Kmart. On opening day in Garden City, Michigan, thousands of families lined up, 75,000 square feet of bargains, all under one roof. Housewares, toys, fashion, garden tools, jewelry, you name it. It wasn't fancy, but it was fun, affordable, and proudly American. Through the 1960s and 1970 seconds, Kmart exploded. By 1976, they opened 271 stores in a single year, an unheard of feat. Everywhere you looked, that red K gleaming above a sea of parked cars. Families made Kmart part of their weekly rhythm. It wasn't just shopping, it was an outing. Mum could browse housewares, Dad checked out the auto section, and the kids straight to the toy aisle. The air smelled like popcorn and rubber from bicycle tires. Fluorescent lights buzzed overhead. The floors gleamed beige and clean. Somewhere, a voice echoed.
Attention Kmart shoppers, a blue light special is now in effect in all 9.
People ran to the aisle. That spinning blue beacon meant limited time deals, a little carnival moment in the middle of a normal day. And that's what made Kmart special. It wasn't glamorous, but it felt alive. The Kmart cafe served fried chicken, Salisbury steak, mashed potatoes, and cherry pies. Cafeteria food that somehow tasted like home. Parents could rest, sip coffee, and let their kids explore. For millions of middle-class families, especially in small towns, Kmart was a place where life happened. Buying your first bike, your first school clothes, your first baseball glove. It wasn't just shopping, it was memory-making. Kmart reflected the soul of 1970 seconds and 1980 seconds America. Affordable, optimistic, practical. It was the era of big cars, big hair, and even bigger hopes. Gas was cheap, the suburbs were booming, and Saturday errands often ended with a trunk full of Kmart bags. You might remember the catalogs, glossy pages filled with smiling families wearing polyester suits and corduroy pants, or the cheerful Kmart commercials, jingles promising where your dollar buys you more. Kids of the era remember running through aisles stacked with G.I. Joes, Barbie dolls, and Atari games. And who could forget the Trapper Keeper notebooks or the smell of new sneakers in the shoe aisle? Kmart made you feel like you belonged, no matter your income. You didn't have to dress up. You didn't have to impress anyone. You could simply be yourself, grab what you needed, and maybe a few things you didn't. The quiet dignity, the sense of being part of a shared American rhythm, is something retail lost along the way. But beneath the nostalgia, cracks were forming. By the late 1980s, new competitors were rising. Walmart and Target were leaner, sharper, and better at logistics. Kmart, meanwhile, seemed stuck in the past. Their stores aged, lighting dimmed, and layouts grew confusing. The iconic blue light specials, once a symbol of excitement, were quietly phased out. In the early 1990s, Kmart tried to modernize. New logos, new uniforms, and big K redesigns. But in doing so, they lost their soul. The beloved cafeterias were replaced by fast food chains. Popcorn counters vanished. Even the iconic jingles were gone. And as Walmart/prices lower and lower, Kmart couldn't keep up. They filed for bankruptcy in 2002. When billionaire Eddie Lampert merged Kmart with Sears in 2005, many hoped for a comeback. Instead, the merger drained both brands of what little magic they had left. By 2018, another bankruptcy. By 2020, just a handful of stores remained. Today, only 2 Kmarts just still stand on the US mainland, and a few in places like Guam and the Virgin Islands. For those who visit, it's like walking through time. The fonts, the aisles, even the spell, frozen in the 1980s. And while the world has moved on to same-day shipping and smartphone checkouts, there's something deeply human that Kmart represented: community. Because Kmart was never just about low prices. It was about small-town faces, friendly cashiers, and the comforting routine of ordinary life. When you walked through those sliding glass doors, you felt part of something familiar, a simpler America that believed in fairness, value, and a shared dream. So maybe that's why, even today, when someone says "Attention Kmart shoppers," we smile. Not because we miss the discounts, but because we miss what they stood for. For those who grew up in the 70s and 80s, Kmart was more than a store. It was where memories were made, where parents taught us the value of money, and where we learned that joy could come in small, affordable packages. So tonight, as we close this chapter of American retail history, let's remember the glow of that blue light, the sound of shopping carts on tile floors, and the laughter of families on a Saturday afternoon. Because sometimes, nostalgia isn't about what we lost. It's about remembering what once made life feel full.
Attention Kmart shoppers, thank you for the memories.